Patrick right now. Patrick, here is a microphone.
Thank you, Ian.
I cannot wait to hear your decade-long passion. What do you think we're going to accomplish in the next decade if anything is possible?
If anything is possible, the first thing that we're going to get is that we're going to get personal privacy and government transparency. These are two things that this technology enables in a way that was not possible before it existed. And if we as citizens demand this and expect this, then these are two things that we're absolutely going to get. Here's what else we're going to get. We're also going to get to the bottom of the pyramid. We here in San Francisco, we have access to amazing financial products. We have an incredible system that we can tap into. There are billions of people around the world that have no access to the things that we appreciate and take for granted. We have the ability to reach the bottom of the pyramid and bring them into our tent. This is going to do things like increase prosperity. This is going to do things like reduce violence. It's going to create equality. It's going to reduce wealth inequality. We're going to see a level of prosperity transpire. We have the potential to see a level of prosperity that we have never seen before, something that we can't even imagine. But this is possible. We can reach everybody. Everybody has the potential to be in this tent that we enjoy.
I love that. What person or organization are you just feeling a ton of enthusiasm about because they're driving us toward that vision?
Well, so there are so many different organizations. I travel all around the world, and I have seen from Singapore to Switzerland to South Africa that there are interesting teams and projects and organizations that are taking their own spin, they are taking their own vision of what is possible now, and they are moving it forward. So this is truly a global movement. It's hard to pin down one individual. I mean, of course, we could say Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, obviously has the greatest influence. Others that have had a tremendous positive impact on this entire industry would be folks like Vitalik Buterin, Dan Larimore. Personally, I would say Andreas Antonopoulos has been a huge inspiration to me simply because he is an educator. He understands and he talks about it. But everybody in this industry is no different than any of you out there. We may have studied it for a little bit longer, but the people who are building these companies, the people that are doing the really interesting things, they are no different than you and I. This industry needs everybody. It doesn't just need computer scientists. It doesn't just need engineers. It needs lawyers. It needs accountants. It needs finance. It needs salespeople. It needs everything that you do. Whatever your particular skill set is, there is a place for you in this industry to move it forward.
That's great. Now, you're the founder of the Blockchain Consulting Group. What are you laser focused on in the next year? What projects do you want to work on, and what difference is it going to make?
I want to work on the projects that become billionaires. And I don't mean billionaires as in somebody who's worth $1 billion or $1 billion ETH or $1 billion Bitcoin. What I mean by that is the projects that are touching 1 billion lives. We have not seen that yet. That has not happened yet with this technology, but that will happen. Those are the projects that I'm interested in. The ones that I think that could happen with are stable tokens. I think that it could happen with some of these open smart contract platforms like Neo, like Ethereum. I think that there are probably a lot of really interesting projects that I am just unaware of. This is part of what excites me and part of what gets me up in the morning to read about it and read the news and to understand is because I realize that it is so expansive. It's much more expansive than my consciousness can focus in on. I can only see a small sliver of it. So learning about what I don't know about, these are the types of things that I'm most interested in. But ultimately, it's all about the bottom of the pyramid for me.
And finally, what's the call to action? For the folks in the room, the people watching online, and again, thank you for your attention. For those of you that are tuning in online, what's the call to action? What should they do based on what you've shared?
The call to action is to buy the dip. I'm just kidding. That is not my call to action. The call to action that I have is to educate and inspire. Educate yourself. Understand what it is that you know and continue to learn. And then talk about it with people. Just have conversations. Have conversations about what the technology is, what it is not, what it currently can do, what it has the theoretical possibility to do. So educate and then inspire people through your actions, what you're doing, the way that you spend your time, how you push your energy forward. Those would be my call to action.
Patrick, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. I'm so glad that you're here. All right.